This is Planet Spooky here. We're going to read one story from Let's Not Meet Again. Number 1. My Homeless Stalker. English is my second language, so please don't hate if something doesn't make much sense. Here's some backstory. I live in the smallest side of a city in Estonia. I won't tell you in which part because of obvious reasons. There aren't many people living in the side of the city that I live in, so it's pretty quiet here. And nothing strange usually happens. I'm a 13-year-old boy who loves to listen to creepy stories. Okay, now to my story. It's 2 p.m. and I just finished another boring school day, so I have guitar lessons on Wednesdays after school, and the lessons last from 1 hour to 2.5 hours. I started walking from school to a shop nearby. I bought a can of soda, left the shop, and headed to the guitar lesson. On the way there, I was a bit late for the bus, so I booked it and ran to get there on time. I made it, and I was currently really happy that my running skills actually came in handy for once. But the happiness didn't last long, seeing as I had forgotten my notes to the song that I had to play in front of the whole class. "Fuck," I said in my head. I was so pissed off for forgetting such an important thing. I tried remembering all the chords in my head, but I can't remember anything. A, E, D. Fuck. Why am I so dumb? My guitar teacher is going to be such a dick about it as well. I was even thinking about skipping the lesson and going back home and lie to my parents that the teacher was sick and that there was no lesson happening today. But I decided to man up and went to the lesson anyways. That was my first bad idea. I started raining as soon as I got off the bus, so I put up my hood on all the way. I got to the entrance of my guitar school, and I spotted a weird, 6 foot tall, I'm guessing homeless guy, wearing a red hooded jacket, just sitting in the puddle. I thought it was weird at first, and then I saw that he wasn't even moving. He was just sitting in the middle of the street, and it felt like he was paralyzed or even dead. I watched him for about 5 minutes, and he didn't even move once. I got a very unnerving feeling and stepped into the classroom. I quickly forgot about the man and started playing my guitar. After 2.5 hours of sitting in that warm and sweaty classroom, we were finally free, and I went outside. And to my surprise, the man was still sitting there and hadn't moved a fucking muscle. I creeped out again, and I took a photo to send to my friends. I have since deleted the photo because I had to change phones. The bad thing was that I had to get some stuff at a gardening shop for my mom, and the guy was sitting directly in front of the store. Oh no, he's gonna grab me and do something with me, I thought, but I was paranoid because I just had listened to Corpse Husband's video of 5 creepy Let's Not Meet stories, and thought I was going to be one of the victims. But when I finally had the courage to go past him and into the store, nothing happened. I was so relieved that he didn't just grab my leg and drag me away. But then again, why would anyone do that, especially in front of a store that was packed with people in bright daylight? It was just in my head, and I was a very paranoid person. So I bought some gardening stuff for my mom and got out of there because I was tired, wanted to get home and take a big nap. But as soon as I passed the guy, got up and started walking behind me. I was so freaked out that I didn't want to glance back to see what he would look like. I just had the thought of, oh no worries, he just got tired at the exact same time I passed him, and now he's walking in the same direction as I am. What a coincidence. I got to the bus stop, and you guessed it, Mr. Sitting in the Puddle guy was standing right next to me and staring at me. Yep, you heard it right. He was staring directly into my eyes, and I couldn't see it from the corner of my left eye. but I didn't want to look at him, so I kept staring forward. In a couple of minutes, my bus came. I entered base, and the puddle man came in right after. I have to mention this. He smelled like he had been living in a garbage can for the last month, and I think he actually had been. I walked to the end of the bus, where there weren't many people, and thus there were many free seats. And of course, the guy sat right next to me. I didn't want to switch seats to seem rude, so I bared his disgusting odor. I was getting a bit annoyed because he wouldn't stop staring at me, and he was breathing down my neck. I could feel the smell the stench of rotten egg coming from his mouth. Fucking disgusting. When I got to my stop, it was already dark out, so I made it even more scared than I already was. I sat up the window seat and stood up to let him know that I wanted to get off, but he wasn't getting the hint. So I said, "Excuse me, I would like to leave. May you please get up, or at least move your legs so I can get off the bus?" He didn't even flinch. I thought that he didn't understand Estonian, so I said it again, but now in Russian. No answer, and he didn't move his legs or his body. He just kept staring at me, and now I saw his face. He had brown eyes and a long dirty beard. It was covered with cheese, or something like that. He had a baseball cap that had many holes in it, and a sweaty and muddy Lakers t-shirt. I basically jumped over him so I could get out. Bear in mind that I had a long and heavy guitar on my back, so it was kinda difficult to navigate. And when I got off the bus, the guy got off as well. This fucking guy didn't move when he clearly knew that I wanted to get off the bus, and how he just started following me again. Luckily, my apartment was very close to the bus stop, so I literally ran for my life to the door, and when I looked back towards him, he was running at me like a maniac. Luckily, we have a door that shuts automatically, so I got the door open and closed at the right time, because the second it closed, he was at the door banging on it and screaming like some incoherent things at me. I ran straight upstairs to my apartment door, which was on the fourth floor. I was basically bawling my eyes out right there and then. My mom was at home preparing dinner for my family, and I told her everything. She ran to the window that overlooked the house door and saw nobody, obviously. But the scary part is that when my dad came home, he said that he saw a guy in a red hooded jacket with a baseball cap on the standing third floor and knocking on different doors, asking for me by name. My dad asked him what the fuck he wanted with me. The guy ran down the stairs and out the door. Thank God my dad came home when he did, because if he had gone one story higher, he would have knocked on our doors. My questions are, how the hell did he get inside? And how the hell did he know my name? He must have been stalking me somehow, or asked my friends, neighbors, or family members for my name. So to the homeless guy that stalked me and somehow knew my name, let's never meet again. Thanks guys for listening to this video. I hope it spooked you out. And remember, leave the lights off at night.